What is going on out there, good people? And welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing good, trying to stay warm here in Florida because it is freezing. And other than that, we're doing good. Had a very good day in the market today. Very unorthodox day in the market today. But let's talk about it. So yesterday I did my recap. And after I did the recap, or while I was doing the recap, the chart was looking pretty good. And I was like, man, I like how this is looking. But I didn't want to take that trade in my PA account. So what I did after I finished the recap, I opened up another eval account with Apex. They got that special going on right now, 80% off evals. And they also have it to where you can qualify in 1 day. So I ended up opening up a new $50,000 account, and I took that trade. Trade worked out. Nice green trade. And then this morning, new morning, traded the PA account. Took some green trades, some red trades. But overall, solid green day. Finished up about $800 on the day in that account. And then we traded the eval account that we just opened. Took some good trades. Took some more good trades. And guess what? Before you know it, we took some more good trades. And with that $50,000 account, you have to make $3,000. You got to make $3,000 to qualify or to pass the eval. That $50,000 account today, we made $3,067.12. So passed it, flying colors, 1 day. Yes, sir. Got up, I left because at that point, I can't trade that account no more. PA account sitting where I want it to sit. I don't want to give back any of those gains. Go to lunch, I come back, I sit down. Lo and behold, the chart is in another nice area. It's in another area that I like. What do? I go and buy a $25,000 eval account. Still 80% off. So buy that account. I take those trades and solid green trade. I'm not sure if I took any red trades when I was trading that account. But nice green trades. Take another nice green trade. And when I tell you this thing was in a nice area, it was in a nice area. So continue to trade it. They still got that 1 day rule. $25,000 account. You got to make $1,500. We made $1,555.60 in that account today. So today we passed 2 Apex eval accounts. So we're going to get those switched over to PAs. The $100,000 account, you have to make $2,500 to request a payout. Right now we're sitting at $1,753. So if we can keep up this momentum, we're going to be taking some money from Apex very soon. But what I want to do today, I'm going to bring up the trade performance summary. And one thing, I did record my screens today, but I was trading off screen. I had my OBS set to the middle screen, which is usually set to, but I was taking trades on my left-hand screen. So I'm going to show you what my left-hand screen looks like because that's where the trade performance summary is at anyway. So left-hand screen, this is what it normally looks like. This here is usually not here. That's what it usually looks like. So these are ES charts. I don't trade ES, but I still like to see what ES is doing in relation to what NQ is doing. So if you look, ES is over previous day's high. So ES is a little stronger than the NQ because the NQ is below that black line. Let me bring this over so it's, there we go. So ES is stronger than the NQ right now. So NQ has to catch up. Otherwise, it could bring this one down. My money is that the NQ will finally get up over this one. But I was trading this screen, and I have this set up so that I could trade two different accounts at one time. And then I took a trade as I sat down to get the recap done, probably about an hour ago. And then I had to get up. But in the PA account, we already up $444.50. So we doing good, y'all. We are doing good. But let me bring back up trade performance. Switch this over to the 17th. Reviewing trades for January 17th. Today, we made $7,592.50. We gave back $1,475.50. That gave us a total net profit of $6,117. That was aggressive trading, y'all. Very aggressive trading in the eval account. Like I say, the PA account, I made what I needed to make in that, and I shut it off. That account, you have to trade 10 days in order to request a payout, and then you have to make at least $2,500. That's their rules. So when I was green, I didn't want to make no more money for the day. I'm good with that. But that's what we did today. That is what we did. Let's see. We traded at 77%. Say we took 96 trades. Heck no, we didn't take that many trades. It's just the way that they book their trades. Average trade was $63. Average winning trade, 102.60. Average losing trade, 67. That's a 1.5 ratio. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Most people want to see this around 2. That means that you're getting 2R on your money. As long as I can keep my batting average, my percentage up there in the 70s, we're doing good. Largest winning trade, 650. Largest losing trade, 275. Ouch. Ouch. But that largest winning trade was nice. So let's go ahead. Let us flip on over to the main screen. What I want to do is look and see what the market did. And then we're just going to look at the trades that I took in that 25K account, because I want y'all just to see how quick and easy it was. And trading is never quick and easy, but it was fairly quick and easy this morning. So I'm going to drag this out to about, we'll go to 7:30. Actually, 7 is when most retailers come online. That's pre-market, but most retailers like Thinkorswim, they come online at 7. So you'll usually get a little action right around 7. 8 o'clock, market sold off. 8:30, it bounced off a previous day's low, came up, market opens, and it tanked. It tanked out. Notice I have my blue lines. These are my 4-hour levels. If you watch my old videos, I used to have 4-hour levels, 1-hour levels, 30-minute levels, 15-minute levels, 5-minute levels. I had lines all over the place. I have come to realize I just like these 4-hour lines on my charts. I might drop some intraday lines, which are the gray broken lines. After that, only thing that's going to keep this from going from one level to the next level is if previous day's low is up in here, previous day's high is up in there, previous day's close is up in there, VWAP is in between there. Otherwise, this thing is usually moving level to level. So market flushed down, it came all the way down. This is a fairly nice 3-bar play. It's a little wonky, but this thing broke down below this 4-hour level, caught traction, pulled back, off to the races, pulled back, off to the races. A little smoke at VWAP, and this is a 5-minute chart. Comes up the previous day's low, kind of gets pushed back down, finally breaks over it, chops around, pushes back down into this 4-hour level, back up, test it again, flushes back down. Look at what it does. It bounces off of the 4-hour level. This is when I sit down and I look at the charts and I'm like, oh, I like this. It has bounced off of this 4-hour level. It's making this move. I like this. So let's break this down to the 1-minute chart. Let's go down to the 1-minute chart. I'm going to come on back over. Same picture, but notice you see a whole lot more candles. That's because each candle now is 1 minute instead of 5 minutes. But notice as you break this chart down to a lower time frame, you can kind of get a peekaboo snap into it. I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to actually turn that into a 500 tick chart. It's going to break it down even more. Notice you get even more candles now. And let's see, I took the first trade at 418. I took the last trade at 442. What's that? 24 minutes by my elementary school math. We made $1,500. We made $1,555.60 to be exact. I'm going to break this down even smaller. We'll go 200 on the tick chart. Just so we can kind of look at some pivots. Let's bring it back over. Let's shrink it back out. And that is what the chart looked like. I sat down, and again, the 5-minute picture gives you that clean, you see the clean moves. But look at this thing when it broke back above. Let's take it back out just a little bit more. So this came down, bounced off of this 4-hour level perfectly, comes down, pulls back up, retest, off to the races. I'm not at my computer at this time. Pull back, it's a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Oh, that's a beautiful uptrend. Boom, it fails. Fails. It needed to hold that and keep going, but it doesn't. It comes down. Now it sets a even low. Catches support. Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna hit the F6 on my keyboard. I'm gonna drop. That's what I call an intraday level. Now watch if I scroll this over. Boom, 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 boom. Drops, comes up, drops, comes up. This is why it's important to mark your charts. See how easy it was for me just to look to the left. And this came down, it set a even low, comes back up, sets a lower high to this high, but then you get a higher low again. I call that a side shift. It came over, it side shifted, and then it just took off. I love when it does that. I love when it does that little side shift. You get this color change right there, flips from green. About 5 minutes later, it's back, or flips from green to red. 5 minutes later, it's back green again. Side shift, off to the races. And now I'm just scalping. Long entry, I'm out. I'm gonna pull up the let me pull up the trades summary real quick, just to kind of give you what the numbers were looking like when I was just kind of scalping through there, because we were not these were not like very like major trades, but what they did was they added up. So first trade I take at 2:18, 14 seconds. Bam. In there. That trade right there, $65. $65. And I had 2 contracts. I get out, I go right back in, $20 and $15 in that little move. I go long, pulls back, I grab another one. Let's see what we do on that one. 40 and 50. So we make, actually, I'm sorry. No, 50 and 125. That 40 was from the other one. So we make 125 on this one. We make 50 on that one. Comes back. I go long again. I ride this from here. This is at 221. I call, 220 and 43 seconds. This is the banger one. Make 285 on one of these. And if you look, you see 2 little arrows right there. I'm in 2 positions. I make 285. I make 130. This thing comes up. And actually, there we go. I'm like, huh? What is that? That's the 130 right there from this move to this move. I hold on to one. I trade it all the way up to VWAP, comes back down. I make 285 off of that one. Banger trade. Pulls back. I go long again. This thing comes up, pulls back. Should have got out up here, but I take my stop just above VWAP. If anything, I should have had it just below VWAP to see if it's going to retest it. But comes up, stops me out. Make $60 on that position. I go long again. Pulls back, comes up. Pulls back down. I get my stop to break even. We make $20 and $15 on those 2. This thing finally breaks this uptrend, comes back down. If I were to just go right there, that's where I would drop that line at. Kind of dips down below it, comes back up, breaks VWAP, holds VWAP. I get long again, 229. I grab 3 right here. Take this back up to previous day's low. I always expect any of these lines to reject. Remember I said, like, this will run from here to there, and the only thing that's going to stop it are these major areas that I'm concerned with. VWAP is in between, previous day's low is in between, but get long right here, 229, 3 contracts, make 120, 125, and 120. Banger trade. Now, I kind of get a little besides myself, y'all. And as this is coming up, I get the wild idea. Actually, nope. I'm sorry. We still going long through here. So I go long here and I go long here, get stopped out right here, and I lose $10. I lose $10 and I lose $10. Come back, I go long again. This time I make $40 and I make $30. Coming up through here. Booyah, this pulls back, comes back up. I get out right there. Now over here is where I get the wild idea that because this is coming up to this 4-hour level, this should reject. And I take a short right here with a very tight stop. I put my stop just on this other side up here. Put the stop just on the other side. This thing comes down, pushes back up, and it stops me out. Stops me out. And actually, let me look again. This first one, because arrows, if you see magenta on the left, that's a short. This one I make $10. I make $10 on that short. I go again and I get short again right there. Let me remove this block. I get short again right there. Let me blow that up a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. I get short right there. Again, my stop is going to be just on the other side. This comes down, bounces off the moving average, comes back up, stops me out. I lose $85. So out of all of that, I had made $1,355. I lost $20. Make that back. I'm up $1,415. I lose $85. And now at this point, I'm up $1,330. Just scalping, y'all. Nothing big. Nothing big. Just in and out. Scalping, scalping, scalping. So I go long again right here. Stop is going to be down below this pivot. Pulls back. Kind of makes me worry a little bit. And off to the races it goes again. I make 115, 105, and 110 because I'm in 3 contracts right there. Pulls back, off to the races. I get out right there because I'm over $1,500. That's why I exit that position right there. Otherwise, I would have just held this up to this level. I would have tried to hold this up to this intraday level. But banger, 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 y'all. And now that this account is going to get swapped over to a PA account, I probably won't be this aggressive. I'm not this aggressive in the $100,000 account, but we're already up $1,700 in that account, not being this aggressive. The reason I could be, and that's kind of counterintuitive to what I was saying. The $100,000 account, I can be more aggressive in because it has a little more wiggle room. The thing about these accounts, y'all, with Apex, if you decide to trade a prop account, don't focus on the number that they tell you the account size is. And as always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. But with these accounts, the number that they tell you, $100,000 account, that's hogwash. This is a $3,000 account. If you lose $3,000, you blow the account. So don't get fixated on that amount if you decide to trade out of a prop account. Prop accounts are a good thing. People have a myth that they're not good. People fear what they don't know. I feared options because people told me options were bad. And then I learned how to trade them and they weren't bad. Feared futures. Didn't know nothing about futures. One NASDAQ contract is $16,000. How am I going to afford that? It's the fear of the unknown. And then I realized, no, the way they had it set up, you can trade it still. And I love it. I like it. It's a nice vehicle to be able to trade. Prop accounts. People talk about them. But as long as you understand it, that's the key. As long as you understand what it is, don't think that this is a $100,000 account and you got all kinds of wiggle room. No, they tell you that you have a threshold that will auto liquidate your account. Meaning, if you get to that threshold, if you get to that number, they gonna just exit you out of a trade, tell you thanks for your money, and try it again. So once that finally clicked in my head, like, you got to trade smarter. Don't trade this like it's a $100,000 account. Trade it like it's a $3,000 account. And on a $3,000 account, if you want to risk 10%, that's $300 per trade. That is a high risk level. If you want to risk 5%, it's $150 per trade. It's a little more reasonable. If you want to risk 1%, that's $30. Nah, I think my trading skills is a little better than me just wanting to risk 1%. So based on your skill level is where you kind of want to base your risk level. If you trading in this account and you fairly new, you might only want to risk 1%, which is $30. And you will be trading MNQs instead of NQs. Because with the NQ, if it goes 1 point, that's $20. That means you can only let this thing go 2 points. You sneeze and it's going to go 10. So you would trade MNQ, and 1 point is $2. Now it can go 10 points and you only risking $20. And now you can play ball. So as long as you understand what you are trading, and you are putting your risk based on your skill level, because again, I think I'm a fairly decent trader, but I can get on the wrong side of a trade and get smacked. I can get smacked around. So it's all about getting on the right side of the trade too. And that's the thing. That's why I wanted to recap just these trades that I took in the 25K account, because you could see on those, I was on the right side of the trade. I caught that wave as it was going up. Now imagine every time it got up to a top peak and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna short this. It pulls back and then it rips and stops me out. Nah, I didn't did that before. It ain't fun. And that's why I do certain things to my charts. My charts flip green when it should be running long. So I know, why am I trying to go short when my chart is green? It flips red. Why am I trying to go long and it's an extended red chart? Now, maybe on a quick flip, that's fine. It's just flipping red just as a pullback. That's one thing. But make sure that you are marking your charts if you're a new trader. Make sure that you find in these levels. Like I said, for me, I used to have my charts marked up with every time frame. Now I found that 4-hour level is what it is usually trading in between. It's going from that 4-hour level to the next 4-hour level. Spark, he had mentioned that he marked his with a 4-hour level and a daily level. I went back and I looked at the daily chart, and I think there was only one level that I can find on the daily chart, and it's like way out of the way right now. So it is marked on my chart, but this thing has to tank out a whole lot for that to come into play. But I've been talking 7 minutes. Let's wrap this thing up. Again, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. If you do have any questions about Apex, I'll try to answer them as best I can. I use NinjaTrader. If you're interested in NinjaTrader, I'll try to help you as best I can. M1 Finance for your long-term investing. I always say day trading is not for everybody. Long-term investing is for everybody. Everybody should be long-term investing. So keep that in mind. On that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.